The man in the corner of my room. So this happened a few years ago, but I still can't shake the memory of it. I've had my fair share of creepy moments in life, but this one takes the cake. I was living alone in a small one-bedroom apartment at the time. I was about 24, so I wasn't exactly a kid, but I was still pretty naive about a lot of things. The apartment was on the 3rd floor of an old building in a sketchy neighborhood, but I loved it. It was small, sure, but it had big windows that let in a ton of light, and it was cheap, which was important since I was just getting started in my career. Anyway, one night I was up late, probably binge watching something on Netflix. I think it was Stranger Things, when I started to feel off. It wasn't like a specific fear, more like an itch at the back of my mind, like something wasn't right. I tried to shake it off, but every time I glanced over at the corner of my room, I couldn't help but feel like someone was there. You know that feeling, right? Like you can't see them, but you just know they're there. I thought it was just me being paranoid. So I stood up, turned on the light, and checked the corner. Nothing. I even peeked under the bed and in the closet. Just to be sure, nothing. I shrugged it off, told myself I was just tired, and went back to watching TV. Fast forward to the next night. Same thing happens. I'm sitting there on the couch, just minding my own business, and that same weird feeling starts creeping up again. Like, I know it's not my imagination this time. I look over at the corner of my room, and it feels different. I can't explain it, but it's like I'm being watched. At this point, I'm getting pretty freaked out, so I grab my phone and text my friend, "Hey, does your place ever give you weird vibes? Like feel like someone's watching you when no one's there?" I get a text back almost immediately. "Yeah, I get that. You're just tired or something. You need a chill night." But I don't think it's that simple. I don't feel tired. I feel uneasy. Something's off. I shake it off, turn off the TV, and go to bed, but I can't sleep. I keep tossing and turning. The room is so quiet, too quiet. It feels like the air is heavier. I swear, the feeling of someone in the room with me is stronger than ever, and it's not just in my head anymore. My heart starts racing and I can't breathe properly. I don't even want to look at the corner of the room, but eventually my curiosity gets the best of me. I gather all the courage I can, grab my phone, and turn on the flashlight, and look over to the corner. That's when I see it. There's a figure standing there, not a shadow, not something that could be mistaken for a trick of the light. It's a male, just standing there in the corner of my room, staring at me. I'm frozen. I don't even move. The only thing I can hear is the pounding of my heart, and it feels like the room has suddenly gone ice cold. I want to scream, but nothing comes out. I blink, and the figure is still there, just watching. His face is kind of blurred, like I can't focus on it. I'm not sure if I'm hallucinating or if I'm just about to pass out, but in that moment, it feels so real. I finally muster enough strength to grab my phone and call 911. The operator picks up, and I can barely form words. All I manage to say is, "There's someone in my room." They stay on the line while I try to explain, but when I turn back to look at the corner, the man is gone. Gone. Like he was never even there. My heart is still racing, and I can't stop shaking. I tell the operator, and they stay on the phone with me until the cops arrive. I tell them everything. When they get there, I explain the feeling of being watched, the figure in the corner, how I saw him with my own eyes. But they don't seem convinced. They check the apartment. They search the entire building, but they find nothing. No one's there, nothing out of place. They tell me it was probably just a bad dream, or maybe some sort of sleep paralysis. But I'm not buying it. I know what I saw. The worst part, it didn't stop there. For the next few weeks, I kept feeling like someone was in the room with me. I'd wake up in the middle of the night and feel that same heavy presence. Sometimes I'd even hear the sound of footsteps, or something shuffling around. But when I'd check, nothing. Every night I felt him there, lurking, watching from that same corner. I started sleeping with the light on, and even that didn't help. It wasn't until I decided to move out, months later, that the feeling finally stopped. But I swear, every time I think about that place, I get that same chill down my spine. Even now, when I'm home alone in a new place, I can't shake the feeling that I'm being watched. And sometimes, just sometimes, I'll catch myself looking at the corners of rooms, just in case.